Why do most African Americans continue to be at the bottom in the very country we helped to create? Think about that. Because if that question makes you uncomfortable, good. Like Morpheus said in The Matrix.
The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
Family. What if the reality we believe about our progress isn't really a reality at all? What if we've been living inside a carefully constructed illusion? We've been told that over the last 60 years, we've been on an upward trajectory. More opportunity, more representation, more inclusion. But look closer. Is ownership increasing? Which industries do we control from top to bottom? Are we building institutions at scale, or are we simply participating more in someone else's system? It's not that we are lazy. It's not that we are less intelligent. The issue is structural. The issue is economic. The issue is that we don't work collectively. Let's look at something practical. 9 out of $10 we donate goes to churches or religious organizations. Now that's not bad for the most part, but in the meantime, many historically black colleges struggle financially. There's something wrong with that. We do not control the economies in our communities. Other groups come in, open stores, hire their own, circulate their money amongst themselves, and the dollars leaves our communities never to return. Let's be 100. A lot of us live above our means. We finance depreciating assets, we carry high interest debt, we maintain low savings rates. Consumption has replaced ownership, and that shift is dangerous. Notice that when America began giving away its manufacturing base in the search for higher profits, jobs began to leave. And what group is highly concentrated in manufacturing and government jobs? African Americans. There are roughly 43 million African Americans in this country. Collectively, our buying power exceeds $1 trillion. That's 1 trillion with a T. But here's the problem. It's not what we earn, it's what we keep. Studies often cite that a dollar circulates in the Asian community around 30 days, in the Jewish community around 20 days, in the white community around 17 days, in the black community, approximately 6 hours. Just 6 hours. You cannot build banks in 6 hours. You cannot build tech firms in 6 hours. You cannot build a manufacturing plant in 6 hours. What we have built is dependency, and that is the trap. Amos Wilson said a nation of consumers will never be free and powerful. We've been conditioned to believe that success is what you wear, what you drive, and what you can show off. But real power is really what you own. We were told many lies over time. We began to believe them as facts. For example, we were told that integration would solve inequality. It didn't. We were told politics would free us. It did not. Representation without economic control is symbolic, and symptoms don't pay bills. Look around your neighborhood. How many black-owned banks do we have? Manufacturing plants, technology startups. There are some immigrant groups that arrive here with nothing, and within one generation, they control industries. Why not us? We helped build this nation, from agriculture to railroad to finance to industrial expansion. Yet, we behave like tenants in the very country we helped to create. That's got to change. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said we must do for ourselves, and that means 3 things to me. Look out for our interests first, practice group economics, build a culture of excellence, especially among our children. Not isolation, not hostility, but strategic cooperation. Every other group does it. Why don't we? John Henry Clark said we have no friends. That doesn't mean paranoia, it means clarity. No one will prioritize our economic survival more than we will. And if we continue to make mistake consumption for power, we will stay exactly where we are. The choice is entirely ours.
Chinatown, right here in New York, they're separate in an American equation. They don't feel like they're suffering because they control what goes on in their part of the town. They're the business people. You can't say, well, I'm going to set up a business in Chinatown and I'm going to sell shrimp fried rice and egg foo young. Not there. they will tell you quick, not here. Go up in Harlem or go up where you live in Brooklyn and you set up your shop. But you don't own the businesses in your own community. Everybody, all the immigrants that come to America, do you know where they find the American dream? By setting up businesses in the black community, providing us with our necessities, which we should be able to provide for ourselves. The Koreans have 90,000 stores in black communities across the country. What are they selling us? They're selling us a little hair, they're doing our nails, and the money that they make from us, go and see their part of town. Koreatown is beautiful. Chinatown is beautiful. Greek town is beautiful. The Jewish part of town is beautiful. But where we live, that's where the garbage dumps is. That's where the whoring is going on. That's where the pimping, the drugs, and the guns, and the gangs are going on. So that's where we live. So who in America would stand up and tell us we don't have a right to clean up where we live and make it right for our people? We got that right, and we have to exercise that right and fight like hell against anyone who would tell us we can't make our own community a decent and safe place to live for our women and girls, our elderly and our young.